Now let me go back from the beginning. Once you have been able to import your data sheet, like your questionnaire now, gender, age of business, everything, male, female, the number of ages, age of business, and the likes. You can either view it like this, or you view it in the other way around. Very good view. You have the gender, age of business, and they are all numeric. So the labels for each of the questions, I should have used another thing to do the labels. I used the same question. This is just the title. Question one, JC, job creation. Question two. On that on the questionnaire we have four different questions. See four or five, four different questions on that job creation. So instead of using another label, I use that question that is there. Okay, I put it in the label, and then I decide to define strongly agree, whether it is one, four, depending on how you want to do it. Let me add one. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Let's assume 5 is what value I set for neutral. Let's assume we have neutral. 5 neutral. Label. I'll call it neutral, right? Neutral. So once you press OK to enter, right? Neutral is there now. You understand? But we don't need the neutral. So to take it off, I click on this one and then remove this one. So I'll do the same thing for all the questions from question 1 to question 2. Everything is the same. I know that it's going to take a lot of time. You know, you pick the first one, you pick this first one, then you put one, strongly agree manually. If you do this one like this, I used to need to do the same thing for the second one. It take a lot of time, but my time. So what I need to do, there's a way we can actually duplicate. There's a way you can actually duplicate. I don't know. Let's see if I can try. Okay, let's assume I already have this one. I've done one, then I'll right click. Okay, okay. Let's see. What if I can? Yeah, I can right click, then copy. Yes, I then copy. Then come here and then right click and then see that it's faster. Yes, sir. So I can undo as well. If I do the same thing for instead of you putting it and just copy it, then you have also should do it. Now let's see what I want to do now is to analyze the first table, that first table, right? I'll go back to data view or you can either stay here and then click on remember I said analyze and yeah, click analyze. So you analyze. Click analyze, descriptive, right? What is on that table? Frequency. So what are you going to pick? Frequency. That's my main target. Frequencies of what? Kilowatt, gender, right? So for gender, you have to do what? For you to bring this gender into these variables, you have to take this arrow. The arrow means move this one from the left, move it to the side to the right. Done, Abby. But before you click on OK, check the statistics that you want. Like what are the things you need on the table? Only frequency, value, cumulative frequency. Now let's check. Click on start and check what you need. Do I need quartiles? Like assuming your supervisor say, okay, I want to see quartile on your table. I want to see it. I want to see percentile. You understand? There is check it. Check all this one. So I don't need all these things. But at the same time, I don't need mean yet. And I don't need median. I don't need mode. I don't even need standard deviation. I don't need minimum. I don't need maximum. I don't need anything. So the reason I just need is the frequency thing. And automatically it calculate all these ones. Alright? And that means I'm not going to select anything. For this one, I'm not going to select anything. I'll just press continue. That means we not change anything here. Do I need charts? Like I want to upload the graph, make pie charts. Yeah, I think it's at the back. Okay, it's pie chart first, right? So now let's check the chart. You see none. Because once I click on OK, it will not give you any pie chart. So which one do you want? Pie chart or bar? Let me just pick pie chart. If you want histogram, you can pick histogram. And what are the kind of values you want to see on your pie chart? It does not make any sense. The setting is the nice one to pick. If it's showing number, it will not make any sense. 100% matter. Yeah. Then you pick percentages, and then you continue. Once you are done, that's all. There's no for you to say want pick styles. I don't need that one yet. Okay, just press OK. And I want to display the frequency tables, so you have to check this one. It's always check right on time. So then it's running. Very easy. Nothing is so special, but you need to share the link with all your questionnaires for you to bring everything here. You understand? Maybe I think it's over 200 responses. One link for you. So that's where the main issue is. You understand? Imagine your supervisor now tell you that no, I don't want 200, I want 400. You start afresh. You understand? So now this is how it's like, and you have to take note of one thing. There are always valid and missing values. Valid means all your respondents actually fill all the questions. They don't leave any questions unanswered. You know, there are some questions that you try to create the questionnaire, and at the end of the day, there is high chance that that person will type nonsense. Like now, like your questionnaire now, I decided to make sure that I avoid anything like respondent typing. But if they type, they can type anything. So I prefer that they pick, and that's what continuous. And it being I ask them to type, then there will be issues. So you see missing values. So if the missing is showing zero, you have to, right? That means you don't have any issues. So then if you check, so this table now, male, female, 108, 77, you see, it's the same thing. Very easy. Male and female, and that's all. Did I use, I'm not sure that I used this. I know you use this, their picture. I use another software to generate it. I use another software, and I don't use this one. But you can actually download this as picture. I'll tell you how to do that later, Sha. You can export everything. So it's not that you take screenshot, you can actually save this image. I think it's possible. You can copy as image and then paste it on Word. Use that. So that has been done, right? You do the same thing manually. Yeah, what's the next one? Uh, age of SME. Age. Let me see whether you can give it a try. Yeah, try. Analyze. Take a shot laptop. Analyze the frequency. It's not really right. Like this. Okay, for this one, you are not going to select anything, right? You don't want anything here. What will you do? Cancel it. Cancel it. Chat. I think chat is still here. Yeah, there's which one guys? Bash chat. I use bash chat. Click on chat. You can use anything of your choice, so it's not a must to use. You can use anyone. Bash chat. Yeah. You want frequency. Frequency and not totally. Okay. And this is the table, right? Okay. Yeah, totally there. So you do everything manually like that. Let's see. Next one. Same thing for this. Have you checked the background? I don't really like all these ones. That's why I don't use them. Okay. I prefer something like this. So next. Position head, same thing on pie chart here, and you just select what you need. Go to analyze. Let's check it. And to go back, now I said this. These are the outputs. Don't forget, and this is the main page. So if you want to check the output, you can easily come here. Just you can see what you have. This I think this is the output. All right, and this is the spreadsheet here, the SPSS sheet. So yeah, analyze for everything. That's all, right? You just pick frequency. Anything you want to analyze, just pick one. Just pick any one. Right? Then after analyzing everything, you've not even started the city start. This is just normal frequency. Some is also frequency, right? Frequency table. Another style. This one is horizontal band graph. Aha. Now how do you analyze this one? How do you know the number of, do you know what this S is? Strongly disagree. Disagree. Agree. Strongly agree. What do I need? Mean as standard deviation. I need mean as standard deviation on my table. And I'm dealing with how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4. For job creation. Question 1. This is start question 1. If you notice, our start question. First one is based on job creation. The start question 2 is in chapter 1. Remember, that one is check now. Check. That's the start question page 30. That's page 5. As job creation enhance the sustainable SSD. Okay. Then nature job creation here. The other one is needed technology. The last one is SDI. I see that job creation. How many questions do you have on that job creation? 4. So let me tell you what to do. And if you look at this table here, is not this one is not it's not frequency table. It's safety statistics of what are our key variables, job creation, model tech, and FDI. You understand? So you're not going to come up, you're not going to use the same approach. No, you go straight to analyze as usual. And because for this one, we need to get the average first. That's another thing. Let me go back to the table. Data view. These are the spreadsheets. Question 1 to question 16. Let me show you from question 1 to question 16. Where did you stop? Question 16 stop here, right? Stop here. Before you can actually generate this table, you need what we call job creation and average. You need to find the average of each question in your questionnaire for 198 respondents. So showing the average. Like now, this is what it means. This first question, this job creation average, and then this is respondent 1, respondent 2. This is me now, and let's say this I'm number 1 and you are number 2, which means that on question number 12 for FDI, I pick agree, disagree, disagree. These are the things that I pick. Huh? Agree. So for my own choice, I answered 4 questions on job creation, right? Answered 4 questions. I don't know. Let me show you what I did. Let's say I'm number 1 now. Where is job creation? From here. Can you move by moving 4, 4, 3, 4. Again, 4, 4, 3, 4. If you have a calculator, open your calculator on your phone. You want to do it manually? That's 4. So now I'm going to calculate the average of this question 1, 2, 3, 4 for my own. Yeah, what's 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4? 15 then divided by 4. That's how to find the average. And what's 15 divided by 4? 15 divided by 4. Right. 3.75. Now let's go and check what I have here. 3.75. Remember. Now, even though we're looking at and our topic questionnaire, our 198. You're not doing it manually, it will take a lot of time. You understand? So there's a way you can actually do it there, and you just get all these results easily like that. And I'll show you how to do that. You understand? How to find the average of job creations for each respondent. You understand? You do the same thing for modern and the likes. So this is my own. My own average is 3.75. Your own 3.0, another person 3.2, until you get to the last respondent. So how did I get all this value? Because without this value, you can't get this thing. Without the average, you can't get this thing. You understand? So this is what I did. I pray I remember what I have done. So come back to this transform. I'm trying to transform something. Go to transform. Now I need to compute variable. I pray I've gotten it, but I think it's compute variable. If I click on compute variable, yes, it's this. I remember. You don't have to be scared. This thing here still remains everything I have on my questionnaire. Gender, age, this increase in job creation, that's question one, other job creation, question two, question three, question four, then modern tech, question one, question two, and so on. I like also write for one thing. He used to structure his own project code. I didn't think I use one, two, three, four, five, and I now use four. Must scatter. Like you make sure that we use equal question for all key variables. For job creation, it was four questions. For model, four questions. But you just have to make sure that you have pattern for everything. So all these ones you are familiar with it as it still from our questionnaire. Target variable, I'll tell you what this one means. Numeric, I'll tell you what it means. Calculator, I'll tell you what this one stands for. What am I looking for? Average. What is average? Mean, right? So I'll come here and then look for me. It's not there, right? Okay. All. I want to see all. You understand? I can't see it. When I click all, it's showing that we still have more of them here. Now let's look for me. Yes, I've seen it. Seen it. Automatically click in me. Automatically. Why? Because you ask me like blah blah blah. No, you don't have to be scared. It means I've selected this guy, but I want this guy to appear in the numeric expression. So that is where I'm going to do the computation. Instead of me doing it manually for the first person, so the code for me is going to appear in the numeric what expression. And to make it appear, since I've actually selected me, I'm seeing an arrow which shows that I want this mean to go up. So once we click on it, we want to go up. So mean of what? I'm dealing with, I want to find the mean of four questions. Where are my four questions? See them here. Where are they? For job creation, starting from here. One, I'll press this one, my wallet. And then I'll separate it with comma and so on. So, in order to make your work faster, it's not that you do this one, click one, press this one, click two, press this one, click map, press. Yes. Now, what if you now have 10 questions? Is that how you keep doing it? You click this one, take time. I think that's the way I used to do it. If you can click this one, bring your arrow down to the second question. Now, press shift and click. Sorry, first one. Okay, first one. This is why I used to highlight the two of them. Let me try again. Because first and second. Maybe I can't do it. I don't know. I have to pick it manually. Okay. Shift. I don't know why it's not working. But we'll try it in another one because I can select more than I can select the three of them at once. If I click this one, that's for question one, comma. Next one, question two, comma, three. Then I can remove this question mark. Any you want, but make sure that you separate everything with comma sign. This is the last one. Oh, that's all. So this target variable means I want the result of this average to show on this spreadsheet. But what do I want to see? Name it whatever you like. Before I've actually used job creation average. I can use another thing. I can use this J underscore C job creation. Then should I call it JC average? You can just say anything for yourself, alright? That is what it means. I think we are done with everything. I can go ahead and click. Once I click OK, automatically it will show. It will show on the. It will not show in the output because output we are not generating anything. It will show on this spreadsheet and see where the spreadsheet will stop before I continue. Stop at SME sustainability. Now once I click on OK, it might add the next column. Can you see it? So you do the same thing for modern technology, FDI, and sustainability. Sustainability is our dependent variable. We'll correlate the I think we have three independent variables and then they're trying to compare it with dependent. So I've done for JCA, and you see that it's the same thing. The same thing for modern thing. So try the same thing for modern thing. Just try. Do you remember why I went to transform? Yeah.
Okay.
Transform. Okay, it's still
Okay.
there. Can I remove all those ones? What if I reset everything? If you want to continue, just remove all these ones. Just highlight it like this. Delete. I don't need this guy. Then start afresh. Go and put it. I want it to start afresh. I'll reset. I set everything. I'll cancel it. Yeah, do for modern tech. Let's see.
Okay.
And let me take Control Z. This control and Z. Position. Let me try. That means you have to delete. I like everything I do. Nice. Just make it first. Make it. So that depends on. Yeah. Yeah. You have not picked on it. One, comma, two, next, sorry, comma, yeah. Modern technology. Modern. That last one. That's the last one.
Yeah, I'll
Now,
try to.
press that arrow and remove that question mark.
Is it the same thing?
The best is it's part of the technology. A bit, yeah, it's part of it. Remove that question mark.
Can I press it?
No, you can't do it that way. Like this, yeah. Backspace.
Wait.
This one. Yeah. And what do you want to call it? Modern tech and NT underscore A. Modern technology average. And
How would I press?
underscore is shift and this side beside plus average. So I think that's what put it. My watch. My add the second later.
Sorry, what about this? What's
That
the
one is
meaning of
optional.
this?
Just take that one. Do it now. It's automatically added. So you add it. So do the same thing for everything for FTI. Then once you are done with all the average, you know what you do next. Now we want to show that table with mean and standard deviation, right? Check. That is our descriptive stat. So what are descriptive stats for our key variables? Variables. So it's started from. Yeah. So I want to get all this data. See, you go to analyze, descriptive. This time around, more frequency. Descriptive. What am I looking for? Descriptive for what? Not for the question, so for the average. Where is it? That's been added. The one that you just did, which is JC average. Bring it in. Let's play around the options. What are we looking for? Mean. We need the mean, right? Do we need standard deviation? Yes. Do I need minimum or maximum? No. Some sites are used to use. Yeah, I don't need it. We don't need it on our thing. Kurtosis, we don't need it. Skewness, we don't need it. That's what. Don't pick anything here. So these are the things that we need. Mean and standard deviation. Then I don't need style. Let's just go ahead. Automatically, these are remember these are our outputs, right? This is the code. Compute job creation average. This is the equation. Mean Q1, Q2, equation 2, equation 4. Execute and compute it, blah blah blah, and so on. And then I'm looking for the descriptive of this. And what I have. What is the mean? 3.0568. Let's check. Mean. Okay, for each question. Okay, this is for each question. We'll still come back here. For each question, let's do that again. Analyze, descriptive, right? Descriptive. Then we'll pick 4 questions. Let's try. Let's pick it first. I want to return this one back. Here are the 4 questions. I think we are going to use this average when it comes to hypothesis. Very nice. Analysis of hypothesis. That's when you use the average. You understand? Okay. But for this one, I need the 4 questions. Where are they? One, 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 and I don't know why this is wrong. And I, I tried. I selected it. The my hand is still on shift. You understand? Four. It's faster like that. And then the 4 of them goes inside. Option. Check. Continue.
So what about the safe standardized value? We don't need it.
Standardized value. And that's save standardized value. Let's click on save. Let's check. And then check it out. What do you notice? Check. Uh, mean respectively increased 2.92. Perfect. Can you see it now? 86. Perfect. 22. Perfect. 3.22 is entirely to what we have. How do you know the number of strongly disagree that people pick? I think it's not there. It's not showing. I think there's a way. If you watch that video, follow it, you definitely get it. Yeah, you can get to know the number of people that pick strongly disagree. The number of people that pick disagree. People pick disagree on this question out of 190 190. I don't know why it's not showing here, or this is how to find the mean after navigation. That's for the descriptive part. Then uh, let's minimize this again. Analyze. You can try to check the video because it's supposed to show the number of. Okay, let me try analyze frequencies. I think it's going to work like this. I want to know the number of people that beat this side before I'll do the same thing again, which is the frequency, job duration, this shift and select, select, and select. But I know what's happening. Start from here. faster. I can click on the fourth, the last one, two, three, four, and take it once and for all. It's faster like that. Like this. Check this guy. Understand? And then that's what I need to click from here. And then let's check. I don't need any chats. I don't need any chats. No. Let's check out the settings inside. This is what I want. This is going to show the number of people that clicked. Let's check. Me, very stubborn. Aha, that's what I'm saying. I see it now. It shows for the first question. This is
Yes.
first question. It shows people that strongly disagree. 8. Can you see that? Disagree. 5. 71. I was not actually do it manually, which is so run Mark that time. Study being is going to show it like this for make sense. It's not going to show you like this. It is on separately. And at the same time, can I see the okay? Alright. Let's do this way. This is the first question, right? First okay. First question, this one shows 2.9. Get the corresponding strongly agree this one and this one. What will I do? I'll scroll down, I'll check how many strongly disagree. 8. What is the percentage? 4.3. I don't need the valid percent. So I don't need the percent. Do you understand? Like, how many strongly agree do you have? Let's assume you have this table and this data is not there. It's generated table here already. I just need to put the strongly agree frequency, strongly agree frequency, strongly agree frequency, strongly agree frequency, then mean standard deviation. I'll just to get this one out, check it from here. Mean is what? You know, this is for question one. This is for question. We are correcting the question. Can you see question one, question two, question three, question four? Question one, mean is 2.92. I'll go to my table, put 2.92 here. Then 0.863. That one don't stand. I'll quickly feed this one to feed this one, feed this one. I'll feed all this one. What do you have left? The ones that are here. Can you hear me? And then next question one. Increase in job blah blah blah. How many strongly agree do you have? 8. Which is percent 4.3. Do it manually. I did it manually, right type. So I'll do the same thing. For this one, then you scroll down. How many strongly disagree? 6%, 3.2. 6, 3.2, and so on. You understand? Firms with higher jobs ratio, the same thing for 4, and then also for what? For 5. Then you are done with this one. Then you see from here, you can use interpretation. Another thing else entirely. So just read down to understand what's happening there. Interpretation, I've been able to break it down. So now let's talk about to do the same thing for this for job creation and let's do the same thing for modern tech. Yeah, even what I do. Analyze, safety, actually depends here on yeah. Then we can easily remove all these ones. Click this one, put your cursor here. Now press shift and select. It's faster that way. Let me try it again. Click on the first one. I want to highlight from the first one to the last one. So put it towards the last one. So shift and then you select the last one, you automatically pick everything. And then turn it back. So what do I need? 4 of this one. I'll start from modern tech from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop here. I'll click shift and then select. You understand? It's faster that way. Let's check. Everything is still checked. Mean and standard deviation is still checked. Alright? And then what we do? Look, we check the result. Output. Inside out. Yeah, let's compare. This is for modern tech. So research question 2. Abi? Think you know about research question 2 modern tech. Let me help you save this guy. Assignment. probably local Jawan or let's continue. German, Jawan or let's check. Okay, let's go back to this. Output there. If you want to, I already have the template of the table. So which one do I want to fill out? You start with mean and standard deviation. 2.96. 2.96. Can you see it? Then 0.852. Alright? I'll fill up everything. For question 2, for question 2, 3.11, 0.79. And don't make any mistake. So then, and so on. Then what happens next? Uh, I'll check strongly agree and request. Have you? Yeah, now let's check. How many strongly agree do you have for question 1? 6. That is right. And percent is what? 3.2. Perfect. Then pay it manually. The same thing for the research question 3. No matter if you have 50 research questions, do the same thing like that. Now, after you are done with the research questions, then hypothesis comes. It says use regression model, right? Regression model. So how we use the regression model? Some people use chi-square. Some people use chi-square first to run the hypothesis. So, but the most easiest one to interpret is that of regression model. I'll go back to my sheet. Where's my sheet? This is my SPSS sheet. Remember? So I said if you want to do, if you want to fix, if you want to deal with your hypothesis, what do you need? You need the average. You need the average, right? JCA, MT. These are the two things that we found. So I can only generate automatically based on the fact that we're looking for the mean and standard deviation. You understand? And we are not going to actually completed this one as well. Okay? I don't know. Oh, wow, right. So now these are main targets, JCA and MTA. And that of you do the same thing for everything. Find the average of everything. Your find the average of your three independent variable and your dependent variable. You understand? So this is for JCA. And I want to find the hypothesis concerning this JCA. What will you do? Go to analyze. Regression is it. Okay? Regression is it. What will you do next? What are we dealing with? I think he said your sensor mentioned linear. So can you see linear here? Click on linear. So what do I want to deal with? What are my independent variables? What are the dependents? Okay, now let's go. My independent, don't use the questions, use which one? The independents, right? What are my independents? So, okay, this one, one, two, I think. Let's assume these are the average. These are the ones that you do, I know. It's still the same thing, right? I select one, two, three, and this one. Three of them will go to independent, and then which one will go for dependent? Sustainability. I think sustain this one is the average. Sustainability average. We go for top part. Okay. And there are some settings to fix here. I don't really remember the settings, but let's try. Statistics, what are the things we need? We need R squared. We need description. You can also show it, but it's not being your project one. And W Watson. Abi? Yeah?
About the model.
The
What
model,
does it mean?
yeah, model fit is to know how many percentage our own model fits for how many percentage. Let's check. Like it shows how perfect your model is. If it shows 90%, the model fits is for this one, fits for this one. This is the model, right? And it's this R that will determine it's 90%. If you run your analysis, once I click on model and I press continue, and then the output shows up, I'm seeing 54 at 40 something. It does not make any sense. That means your model is shit. Okay? It has to be like 80% out. 80% is fine for yes, and at least 85, 90. So having something like 90 is better. Yes, and same thing with you have to target these two results. Yes, so what else? In that video, that's been clearly stated on those, some of the things that you need. Dr. Watson, you can check the two of them. I can't remember. So let's continue. Let's check. For any plots, for this plot itself, we should pick our x. Should go for residual, and I can't really remember whether it is vice versa. And then I want
Yeah, I think this one.
normal probability plots. It's this guy that shows that plot. See, after I know what, open it. If I actually put it after this is normal probability. I did it for another person and it's another thing. Like your own is perfect, good job, bell shape. Like it's still even perfect. If you see some people so after one the analysis, my yama yama, and it's because you see some people when do like this, my fair, which is not that perfect. And if you go and check their model, so you show something like 70%. Value model one. You check their model, you see something like 65 or something. And this graph is normal. But over normal, you have normal but only my phone number check. My phone number check. So then continue. Let's check the options. Nothing. Don't check the options. Leave everything here. Let's just press OK and see what's going to happen here. So the analysis is running. Model summary alpha. Can you see? This is the model. It chose 90%. 90.3, right? Right, for 90.4. And I didn't even know what's going on here. Which one is this one? Job creation enough. I think this for job creation. Smart mistake 903. Alright, 904. Can I approximate? I don't know. Maybe there's an approximation there. I don't know where that approximation came from. This one too is 817. I approximated. I approximate this one too. I approximate this one too. So this is standard error of estimates. And all these ones, I'm not sure that I don't put all these ones. I only left it this way. Then the ANOVA. Next.
Yeah,
Check
those
that.
ones are not needed.
He said that
The rest.
the rest are not needed here on the table. Then regression, residual. I think it's for this one, right? This table here. You need to approximate it or more notice it, but it does not really mean okay. Maybe there's a mistake in maybe I've actually changed one value, I don't know. I can't remember. But it's very close, yeah. It's very close. Uh, 3, 181. I don't know where the error is coming from. Maybe from 1 digit. I'm not changed number for time. This is for the ANOVA. Then where do I see this one? ANOVA results. I've seen this one on the screen. Before you pick around, let me notice my name. It's very quick. Then this one is actually called the
I think it's complete.
they're not the So then can you see your
I didn't quite get this
huh?
one. I did not get this one. This would be
Is there it's for the coefficient is there. This is the pick the coefficient, the standard, the T and the so and then you scroll down you have this interpretation, no interpret movement, understand? And you get to know whether you are rejecting or you accept, just read everything. That's the interpretation. And this is the histogram. The plot is actually normal. And then you see this, you know what this graph means? So you run some analysis and most of your plots, scatter plots, what is that? Scatter plots, like some of them will be far away from the model fit. This is the line of best fit. This is the line of best fit. So if your scatter plots are far away from the line of best fit, then your model is not, your analysis is shit. But our own is very close to the what line of best fit. There's no issue. Right? At it being that 90% is straight up like 99%, I think we're working more straight like very close to perfect. Nearly perfect. They could get 90%, we can go actually close. You understand? So the most supervisors, if they want to review your work, they do allocation after I take who are far away. Yes, and they want to confirm as well. They tell you where is the SPSS sheet, let me see. They want it in front of you. Just confirm. Meaning of our full of graph of the pushing the this. You understand that kind of sense. But that's why they need to confirm that they want to see the SPSS sheet and like so that's where I can't really interpret this, so I don't know. This is scatter plot. So I can't remember how this one works.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Those
which one?
like the inputs, should I print them just in case?
Yeah, exactly. Like now, these are the outputs, right? These are the outputs. These are the outputs that we have done so like that. But this one I can save it as PDF file, then click on file, save as. So I want to save this thing as okay, okay. Let's cancel this. Uh,
Since I have all this one,
which one?
like I'm saying, since I have the outputs for my
Outputs, yeah.
normal project, I can ask for.
You can print it out separately just in case. Now my target now is I'm trying to remember how I downloaded how I saved this as PDF. I think I sent everything. Sha. I sent the PDF of this one. I sent the no if I want to save it now, I can save this one as save as I can only save it as SPV file, which is the spray software itself.
It don't open on my phone.
It's
Thank
not
you.
open. So I later saved this thing as PDF. One more information. Like I can actually save this thing as if you click here now, I can't see PDF here. You understand? I can't see PDF. There's I don't know how I did this control no. And there was a particular option. No, not this one. No, not this one. Export. I think it's export. It's export. Export. If I want it in Word, Mapling in Word. And what now Word makes sense fast so that you can just instead of dragging, copying the image, paste it automatically. You either have it in doc file or PDF. I use it as selected PDF. Now you know that this thing, some of the tables are wide, some are not that wide. That's to fit. That's to be fit on the A4 paper page. So to make it fit, you come to change options and then you can try to select export all layers. You start layers in pivot table. Okay, come in. To make it fit, try to check. If it's PDF, I don't think we have any issue. Okay. Let me check docs first. There's one option that is to let's doc. Is that it's doc that will request for it. You start if it's PDF, if it's PDF, if it's PDF, you don't need to come to this option. PDF will automatically shrink everything on one page. Mark fit the size of the paper. Understand? But if it is doc, you'll see if it is doc, it's not going to fit everything on one page. You have to come back here yourself and say, okay, shrink everything to fit that page margin. You have to post it. You understand? So, and then what next? What next? That's all. Just that's all. Continue. And then you take a share as docs my export time. So I save it as PDF. We will send it. So it's saved already, but I don't know where to look for it. Remember how I said export? Remember? Export. Let me try PDF. And this is why I didn't know opening starting. Look at PDF. So back to tell okay. I should lower for but that will tell okay, the show. Mark select it, open the continue folder. So once I click on OK, it's going to load. This file already exists. You can eliminate it. Okay. Load fresh file for the file. Because I've actually selected open continue folder. My shift and load this to page. Very important. Regular shift and regular shift work. So that when my working, get. So, and this is the see the output, and this is how you decide. You could balance there everything from the beginning and the last period. How so I say, my missing values, my number of missing values. Not the already to my attack it. Not at anything no alert. Zero.
I'm going to finish this also.
So there can you say everything there?
Is that all I'm doing?
That's all. You went should take it to take to say that.
I am not saying. Okay.
I sent
Oh,
everything. My words and my the same way. Put the download about it. I sent the SPSS,
yes.
that's automatic. And that is also I sent that PDF. It's like I save it here. Almost close to 1 hour.